Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I wanted to do just a little fall get ready with me, something very on trend for fall, a little bit darker, warmer, maybe a little more sultry, but still wearable because I am going to work right after this, so I need it to look, you know, appropriate, which I feel like that's what most of us look for in our makeup anyways. So yeah, let's just jump on into it. I'm gonna start with the eyes today because we are using a little bit darker tones on the eyes and I don't want it to ruin any face makeup. So I'm gonna go in and prime with the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear mixed in with this Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. I love the Infallible Full Wear on its own too. I just feel like I want it to be a little bit more of a skin tone, and this is quite fair in comparison to my skin, so mixing it with this Catrice one will kind of make the color a little bit better. I feel like I put my brushes away and try to keep this room or this area kind of clean, but then when I go to look for my brushes when they're put away, it's like harder for me to find them. It's like so much easier to just search for everything when it's out on my desk. So is it more clean if they're just out on my desk? No, but is it more convenient? Yeah. Fall came in so quick where I live. It got cold so fast. It was like overnight. At first, like I think like last week, it was like in the 80s and just beautiful. And now all of a sudden, it is like 50. I mean, it's really beautiful weather, but it just got cold so fast that I'm scared for winter. Scared it's gonna be crazy and not a fun time. I love fall though, just because of fall clothes. Like I love sweaters and hats and scarves and layering clothes. I just think it is so cute and it works so much better for me than like summer outfits, just like trying to match like a cute shirt and jeans or shorts or whatever. It's like way harder, I feel like, for me to do that. Okay, surprise, surprise, we're going in with the So Jaded palette from Kathleen. I just want to keep using this, and so we're going to. First of all, let's go ahead and set the lids right here with this shade called My Precious, just so that blending out those transition shades and other shades is a lot easier. And then I'm thinking about using Garnet on my lid, just kind of all over, but I do need a little bit of a transition shade, so I'm gonna go in. Let's start with Royal Jewels right here. It's a perfect transition shade. If you are interested in this palette, check out my video that I did on it. I'll link it down below because I showed swatches of all the colors just in natural light. So it's nice to kind of see what they look like. But you will not be disappointed if you like the look of these colors and this setup and everything. ColourPop palettes are always so good and so affordable. So if you're interested in it, I would totally recommend picking it up. With this transition shade, I'm keeping it a little bit lower than I normally do and rounding it down here instead of buffing it out because I want to go in with that darker shade. To make those darker lid shades more wearable, I like to just focus them in a little bit closer instead of buffing them out and making it more editorial, if that makes sense. That's cute for like YouTube or pictures or maybe like a party or something, but for work, it's a little bit more wearable to just kind of keep them in tight. Does that make sense? Okay, I don't want the crease to get too warm, so I think I'm gonna go in with Rose Quartz. I also love this transition shade, and I'm gonna pop this a little bit lower, almost onto the lid to further intensify that transition or like crease shade. For me, it's best if I start with my eye open so that I know when I'm looking straight on where I'm placing that color. But then as I'm blending, since I have all these like folds in my eyes, if I leave my eye open to blend, it's going to leave little patchy marks inside those folds in my eyes. So once I figure out where I want to place the color with my eye open, I tilt my head back so that I have more of a smooth kind of canvas to blend and then work on that from there. But you can always kind of shift your angle so that you know what your blending is actually where you want it to be. So anyways, I was really sad to see summer go, but I love fall. I love the fall treats. I love the fall tones, like just earthy tones, and I love fall clothes. I'm just really excited all around. Okay, picking up a pencil brush, I'm gonna take this shade Garnet, and I'm really gonna tap that off and start to press that. Actually, this might not be a good brush for this. Let's try, okay, I'm gonna use this brush instead. Okay, I'm taking a little bit of a different brush now and doing the same thing. This one just picks up better pigment. And I'm gonna start at my lash line and just start to pack that on. It's so pretty. The one thing I don't like though about fall is fall scents. I don't know what it is, but like fall candles, fall just fragrances in general, where they're like a little bit maybe like warm or spicy or sweet. I don't know how to explain it, but those like mapley scents or cinnamon, ugh, I hate that smell. I like pumpkin-y scents, but that is like about it, honestly. It's kind of crazy. Is anybody else like that? I don't even know what I like. I like stuff that's a little bit sweet or clean or fruity, kind of. I don't know. I did watch Allie Glide's video that she did on her favorite fall candles, and it sounds like she has a similar like palette, candle palette to mine. So I kind of want to smell some of the things she likes. My favorite perfume of all time, and this is so old, I've had it since I was like 15. I don't wear perfume that often, it's from True Religion, and it's called Hippie Chic, and they don't make it anymore, but it's like an apple orchard is what it smells like, and that is like my favorite scent ever. So I feel like the appley fall scents I probably can get down with, but so yeah, I'm gonna watch her video again, and I'm gonna go in. Not that I'm probably gonna buy any candles right now, because that just seems excessive for me at my current state of things, but I want to go in and at least smell them and get some ideas, because maybe there are some fall scents that I actually do like. But yeah, those warm, spicy, or like cinnamony ones, ugh, I do not like at all. Okay, so that looks crazy right now, but I think that that's all I'm gonna take up into the crease, and from there, I'm just gonna take a clean brush and just buff out the edges, kind of just lightly scratching away at them to blend it up a little bit more without having to add any extra product. The other thing I don't like about fall time is like Halloween stuff. This is, I don't know how to explain this, because I like Halloween, I like dressing up, I like the cute, like the candy and stuff, but I don't like scary stuff. And I don't like Halloween decorations. I like fall decorations. I think those are pretty and classy and whatever, but I am just not a cute like Halloween decorator person, and I am too scared to do anything like scary movies or haunted houses or anything like that, so not a fan of that either. Okay, I'm just packing a little bit more of that color onto the lid to make sure that it is nice and intense, just at the lash line mostly, and then buffing that out with my clean brush. And then from here I want to work up back through the transition shades, so taking Rose Quartz, just kind of adding in that color back in where we buffed over it before, and then a tiny bit of Royal Jewels just around the edges to make sure everything is nice and soft. Okay, I like where that's at for now. I know it looks a little bit crazy, but once we add mascara and everything, it'll look good. The other thing I think I'm gonna do just for fun is add Ruby on top, which is almost like the equivalent, well, no. Garnet's darker and more maroon, but this is like honestly just like a ruby red shimmer metallic-y color, so I'm gonna pop this on top. This is so pretty, and I'm just gonna put this like all over the lid as well. That's really pretty. Why? My eyes just suck, you guys. I feel like I could do my makeup so much better if I had better eyeballs, but oh well. Okay, I'm just gonna use the transition shades that we used on the lower lash line just to keep it cohesive but not too dark. This brush sucks. Okay, so taking rose quartz first. And then a little bit of royal jewels just along the edge of that. The lighting just got super weird. I'm gonna go ahead and do my mascara right now just because it looks really weird without it, and to be honest, I just want to make sure that this look is gonna look okay. So we're gonna do that. Okay, I got a lot on my lid, but we will clean that up in a bit. What does everybody have going on these days? Any fun like fall plans or anything new? I just feel like I have been in, you know, when the seasons change and you're just like, I need to refresh. Like, I am in the mode right now. I like want to clean out my house and get rid of stuff and just like deep clean. The other thing I've been doing, which I think I told you guys already, maybe, I don't know. I've been crafting a lot. I've been crocheting since I was like younger. My grandma taught me growing up. I've been doing that for a long time already, but I learned how to punch needle, gosh, almost a year ago. And I've picked up a little bit of just like normal embroidery stitches and that kind of thing. And I've just been making like a few things here and there, and it's been really, really fun. And I think I'm gonna open up a little Etsy shop to sell some things because I keep wanting to do stuff, but I can't just keep buying more and more yarn and more materials and then just wasting a lot of money just because I want to craft. So I think I'm going to do that. It's going to be a long process though, because I want to make sure that the things I'm making, it's not like, you know, amateur. I want it to be nice quality stuff, and I want to have a good enough supply that when I open there's like variety and stuff like that. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be a while, but I'll let you guys know when it's up so you can check out some of the things that I've made. And if you want, I can do some videos on crafting. Just let me know down below if that's something that you're interested in. If not, totally get it. We'll keep it makeup related, but it's the kind of stuff that I've really been liking lately because I can sit and watch TV and chill and spend time with my husband, but be like busy working on stuff at the same time. So anyway, if that's something you want to see, let me know. But yeah, either way, I'll let you know when my Etsy's open so you can check it out if you feel like it. But now that the mascara is on, I'm feeling a lot better about the eyes. I think they are gonna look okay. I want to put the rest of my face on before I fully decide, but I'm feeling okay about it. From here, like I said, let's move on to the face. I don't want to wear foundation. I just feel like my face has been not handling like layers of product very well right now, and I feel like it always looks better at the end of a work day, especially to only wear concealer. So I just put those two concealers that we used before on the back of my hand, just like a pump, not a pump, just like a swab of each. I don't know how to explain that. And now I'm just gonna like mix them up. And then on days where I'm just wearing concealer, but I want to make sure that it's covering my face really well, I've really been liking this e.l.f. foundation blurring brush. It's a little bit dense, but it's still rounded, so I feel like that rounded top really helps to blur the edges of things. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that cocktail at a time and start putting that around my skin. I'm mostly focusing on the centers of the face first because I feel like as long as the centers are concealed, the rest of your skin is usually like no one's really looking at it, you know? But I will do any like spot concealing along the edges of my face that I need because I usually have some either acne marks or just like active breakouts kind of along those areas anyways. So sometimes I need it and do just like the center of my forehead just a tiny bit. This brush is tricky to get under the eyes with, especially if you've already done your under eye makeup, so like your eyeshadow. So if you're doing that, maybe use a smaller brush in this area, but I'm just kind of winging it. Okay, taking just the tiniest bit of what is left over and kind of buffing around this side of the skin here. I've pretty much just used this concealer as foundation at this point, but I feel like, again, it just wears better this way for me. So I'm happy with it. Okay, I'm just gonna set right under the eyes quickly. And I think that that's it. And I definitely need to bronze up a little bit. We have been watching The Office again, and this is probably the 4th or 5th time that we've watched it as a couple, which is embarrassing, but it's so good and so easy to watch because when you've watched it that many times, you don't really have to pay attention to it quite as much, you know, so it's easy to just kind of have it on and do whatever else we're doing. But we, this weekend, watched it way too much, like so much, that sometimes after a while I start to get like, okay, like I need to stretch my legs or talk about some other things or something like that. If you guys hear a weird squeaking sound, it's super creepy, but the wind is blowing and there's a tree outside and it scrapes on our window that's over there. So it sounds like someone is taking their nails on a chalkboard or something. So I'm really sorry about that because that is the worst sound in the whole world. For blush, I want something kind of warm. So I'm gonna go into this Burt's Bees blush and Bare Peach. So anyway, after the weekend, Monday came around and I was like, oh my gosh, if we come home and watch The Office again tonight, I am going to die. And normally, like, we watch a little bit of TV every night, you know, just kind of like winding down, hanging out, no big deal. But I was like, I texted my husband at work and I was like, hey, if this is dumb and you don't want to do it, that's fine. But I was like, I really don't want to turn on the TV tonight at all. And I think maybe we should start doing this every week. Just having one day a week, probably Mondays, where we just don't turn on the TV. And my husband was like, I think that sounds like a great idea. So we didn't turn the TV on, which this sounds so stupid because it's really not that big of a deal. But for us, it was like so different because like I said, every night there's a couple of episodes of something that we watch a movie or like something like that. So not watching it was so nice. We were just able, I feel like we were able to connect a little bit more and we weren't just sitting there mindlessly zoning out for like 4 hours like we did all weekend. So I am really glad that we did that, and I think we're both like really happy with, like, we felt really good and really, just like I said, like connected and stuff. So we're gonna keep doing that every Monday. I think we're just not gonna turn the TV on. We decided like we can go see a movie together, or like we can play games together. Like even like we have a Switch, like we can play Nintendo Switch games, something that we're doing together, but not just like sitting watching TV just mindlessly not paying attention to each other. And I'm really happy for that. So it's been good. We've been watching TV every like night the rest of the week, but Mondays I think we're just gonna not do it, and I'm feeling really good about it. Okay, I thought I wanted highlighter, but I don't think I want highlighter anymore. Not sure, but I am gonna highlight the inner corner really quick with a brush that I can't find. When I did the no edit makeup look, I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to edit out rummaging through all my things for brushes, so I laid out everything in front of me in order, and it was so convenient. I should do that before I film no matter what. I want to try to highlight my inner corner with Moonstone here, which is usually, like, this is a little bit deeper than what I usually use, but I want to just try it and see how it looks because it is really, really pretty. But actually there's, oh, it's really crumbly, so I think I'm gonna take my finger and just like press it on. Ooh, okay, well I got it like all over my nose right here, so I'm gonna have to try to buff that off a little bit. What? Okay. Let's actually, what I'm gonna do then is pick it up on my brush, but you can see like along the edges there's like just crumbles everywhere, so I'm just gonna spray it so that it hopefully kind of pushes them into the skin instead of making them flake all over my face, and then pop that on. That looks better. There we go. Since we were just talking about the video I did where I didn't edit it at all, I feel like I should check in. It sounded like people liked it, so I want to keep doing things that are like similar to that, maybe with just a little bit of editing. But even now I'm gonna try to keep like a lot of my actual work in there because it sounds like it was helpful. So if you feel like that's a good idea, let me know. Because yeah, some of it I'm like, I can cut out the things where I like drop stuff on the floor, but like if I'm doing like blending work or anything like that and you guys want to see it every so often, I would love to just like leave that in for the most part. Maybe just like speed it up a tiny bit so that the video is not 40 minutes long again, because that video was almost 40 minutes long. I could not believe it. But yeah, I think that I will try to like leave some more of that stuff in for you because it seemed helpful, I guess. I had somebody comment that they feel like their eyeshadow never looks the same on both sides. And let me tell you, of course we can always practice and always get better and improve and work on our makeup skills and get everything as precise as possible. But there are some things about our eyes that are just not that similar. So I don't want people to feel bad ever if they like their makeup doesn't look the same on both sides. I know nobody probably feels bad, but don't be discouraged because literally your eye, like the skin on your eyes are probably different, you know? So it's okay if they don't like match perfectly, but that is something like as you have time to like sit and blend, especially using just different colors so you can really see what's going on. Just in your spare time, I feel like you can get a lot more precise and like figure out how you need to finesse things to get them to be the same on both sides. But I have that problem all the time. Like my eyelids are very, very different. I'll try to show you. I think I've talked about this maybe 100 million times already. Oof, I don't like my eyebrows today at all. What the heck? I've been using powder because I feel like it's a little bit easier, but I think I just went in like way too sloppily from the start. And now it just looks crazy. Oh man. They always look worse on camera too for some reason. Anyway, okay, let me show you my eyelids because they, well, now that I have mascara on, maybe it's hard to see, but they fold in completely different places. So then when I open, they look so different. Like this one hangs almost like curves along with my lash line, and this one kind of lifts right here and curves downward more. It is so annoying. So every time I'm blending, and even now, like I can't really get it to be perfect. You can see like my eyeshadow looks better when I lift my eyes back like this, but when I open, it looks kind of crazy. And the biggest thing I can say is if this is what you're struggling with, to really, really work on that transition color and not even, like sometimes you have to put it in different places on each eye so that when your eyes are open, it looks like it's in the same place because your skin will hang differently. Does that make sense? I don't know. But again, nevertheless, I will show you what my kind of full-on blending situation looks like in more videos so that you can see the full deal. But it is a struggle, and sometimes, you know what, that's just how it is. Okay, well, my eyebrows are just going to have to be how they are right now. But anyways, guys, this is about it. I think on the lips, let's quickly throw on a little bit of chapstick. So that's always my first step with my lips. Oh, also I should put on my setting spray really fast. Guys, I just had to get up in the middle of everything because our landlord just like shows up randomly. Like luckily he was just here to ask a quick question, so no big deal, but like he just like shows up and I'm like, hello, like I'm in Christmas pajama pants, go away. But okay, here we are. I love my skin when I only have concealer on. I don't know if you can see, like the lines on my forehead look so much better than they normally do. My nose looks better than it normally does. Although, now that I have set my face, I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of highlighter after all with my brush. There it is. So I'm just taking my e.l.f. highlighter that I love because this is a little bit more like natural. Just doing a little bit of that. I don't know if this really is a fall makeup look, but it's definitely a little bit more glam than like summertime, don't you think? I don't know, maybe this is kind of summery as well. Honestly, you can wear whatever you want whenever you want, so. Okay, lips. I've been loving doing gloss lately and just gloss and nothing else. But I sort of feel like since it's fall, I should go in with maybe like a lipstick instead, like underneath or something like that. This one never looks good on me. I don't know why I bought this. This is such a pretty color. Wow, I should wear this one day. Ooh, I'm gonna keep that out. Maybe we'll use that next. Not today though, because obviously our eyes are pink. Yeah, I don't like anything right now. What is going on? This is a good nude. That looks better. Is it a little too light? No, I think it's pretty. Okay, this is the Superstay Matte Ink from Maybelline in Loyalist. It looks really pink from the packaging, but it's a pretty good nude. Not too peachy. My lips are super dry though, so this doesn't look the greatest just by itself. So what I'm going to do is put Moonchild on top. Moonchild goes so good with everything. Alrighty, I feel like that looks pretty good. I feel like the eyes look beautiful. They ended up a lot more pink than what I expected. I thought they were going to be a little bit more like maroon toned, which I think happens to me a lot. Like that's always my goal, but then as soon as you take a shade like that and kind of buff it out, it turns more on the pink side. So it's a little pink, but I feel like it still looks pretty, and you could kind of recreate this style of a look with any color that you like. You could use just browns, you could use more, you know, olivey greens or oranges for fall time. You could use really whatever you like. So it's a fun look, pretty easy, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. I'm gonna do a little makeup cleanup after this, which will be on my channel on Thursday, most likely. So be subscribed if you want to see that, because I have a lot of things I need to get rid of, and it's not gonna be very fun, but I need to do it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this look and this video, and I hope you're having a happy fall, and I will see you next time.